Good evening, guys. Casper here again with a Twitter update for you guys. Again, these are people that I follow on Twitter, and if you're on Twitter or X, as it's called now, I highly suggest you following these guys. They are really good at what they do. Different techniques, so you can learn a little bit here and there from these guys, and implement them into your own personal trading or investing strategy. Again, follow these guys. They're really good. Also, you know where you can find me. Please like and subscribe here on YouTube. Use link INV. That goes for Twitter. That goes for Substack as well. So yeah, let's dive into the charts, guys, which is why we are here. The charts. The charts. There it is. Okay, cool. Dollar Trader here again. I recently just followed him like a few months ago, I think, maybe 3-4 months ago, and every day posting a lot of charts, again, a lot of text here to describe what he's seeing. So really cool account to follow, in my opinion. And yeah, definitely giving me some. He does it, I think, somewhat similar than me, with the trend lines and all that. But again, he has a lot of different takes, and it's just covering a whole wide spread of sectors and stocks. So yeah, commodities. So really cool. Again, here is Hecla. HL, again, a lot of text. You can have it, read it for yourself here. Hecla here, this goes back 2 years roughly. Very clear resistance across here again. Again, we need to clear these 3 highs up here at roughly 6 and change, 6.5 maybe, roughly about that, 6.5-ish. If you can clear that, Hecla definitely have a lot more upside. Also, if my memory serves me well, I know that Hecla has like a 40 or 50-year trend line resistance, coming. You might even extend this one here, I think, so we have a huge resistance. If we can clear that again, then you have a lot of upside for Hecla. So very clear, one trend line, more or less. And then, yeah, pretty cool. Very simple. I like simplicity. Jake here with Nvidia. If you extend the trend zone from the October 2023 starting point, this closed right at the support zone on Friday. So will it hold? Again, to be decided. So very clean rail here where you connect the lows. You can see we're hawking it here, lower side here, quick pierce and then back up again, and then here we are. So will we once again see that bounce from this trend rail? Potentially. Until now, it has worked, right? Buying, at least I guess this is the first time where you had the trend established. Maybe, yeah. So will it work here again? Maybe. Grady, the gold to Dow ratio below now has a lower low after the 2 mega back tests. And what he's calling back test is, the breakdown. Deep back test, double bottom, deep back test again, and now we're potentially coming down. That is a huge change in sentiment. And that's when at least gold really does some pretty heavy movements, when you have that outperformance by gold in the versus the Dow. Gold has done well, but I think the last nail in the coffin is gold starting to outperform the Dow and the Nasdaq, because gold has broken out against money supply, inflation, the DXY. Gold itself has broken out, like roughly like a year ago. So this is the last thing that we need to do for gold to really do and to see that capital rotation coming in. Great again here, very big picture. There is still a massive divergence between gold and silver. The last time the two had a larger divergence like this, silver played a huge, silver played a catch-up hugely. So again, you can see the divergence. Again, gold is still in favor, even though we had that big technical breakdown in earlier this year, where where silver started to outperform heavily. The retest didn't hold, and now we're back up again here at roughly 90 for gold. And also a little side note is that we need silver to start the outperformance of gold before the miners will move. That's also one thing we cover on Substack a lot, because that is probably, in my opinion, the biggest correlation factor. The silver to gold ratio dropping down through big supports and setups. So anyways, and this time silver will break out of the 40-year cup and handle Yes, it will. So the overshoot this time should be massive. Again, this is the weekly here, closing weekly. Again, 50 is the big level, the big 50 to 50 top. And then again here, yes, in my opinion, we ought to see 50. And depending on how big the squeeze will be there, we will definitely be in for some exciting times when it comes to silver. And these moments in time, they are very rare. Because most of the time silver is a very bad investment, at least for the past 45 years. But I think that's about to change, given the bond market is broken, a tidal shift with the dollar, not being as important anymore with regarding to, worldwide trade. There's a lot of good things, yeah, there for silver. This one here, again, it's not trading. Daily dose of sweat, sunlight, and silence. I agree. Maybe I need to do a little bit more sweat. Maybe actually all three of them. But again, this will cure a lot because sunlight, very important. Silence, very important for the mind. And, working out, you've got to work out. You really have to work out. Brandon here, this does not look good for the bulls. Semiconductor ETF, the SOXX, forming a massive top and handle pattern. Do with it what you will. So again, here what he's pointing to is the big uptrend that started. You have the left shoulder head and then his right shoulder. Ideally, I don't like, the right low here is lower than the left. It's just a personal preference. Not saying that it is incorrect. Obviously, it's still a topping pattern, but to be a bit more wedded to that topping pattern, you need this one to be higher. Again, just personal preference. Also, from the bearish point of view, I think if you connect the lows to here, all the way up here, you're actually getting something, a break of a long-term, 2-year trend line also for the semiconductors, which is has been the ones that have really helped up the markets for the past few years. So Nvidia from Axel here, at an inflection point, it rebounds and keeps the uptrend intact, breaks down channel lower boundary and the 200 daily moving average, enters into a deep correction that can take the stock back to 50. So you can see here again, very beautiful, clear blue uptrend here, parallel trend channel, just a massive bull here from like $10 to like 100 and maybe even 140, just completely being the absolute best investment for basically the past 2 years, right? AI has been great. The 200 daily moving average coming up nicely. And if we lose it here again, especially if we take out the low from here, then I agree, we can definitely see some sideways, some downward pressure here. And why he's mentioning 50, how I see it is because basically that's back to the previous breakout here at 50. So if it cracks open here, then yes, we can definitely see the big move back to $50 for Nvidia. Again, AI has boomed big time, but initially every new sector or whatever in like the internet, like crypto, need like a boom and then bust cycle, a complete bust cycle. And then the ones who survives that, just like from the dot-com bubble, you have your Amazon, you have your Google, all those, they survived and they are now massively bigger than just before they peaked in 2000. So we need that. Hedgehog trader here again. This is he's really into a lot of the smaller, especially in the mining sector. Just pointing here that when they start to rally, they can really do some big moves, and we could be in for a spike here again. The trend is still sideways, so until we have established the uptrend, just maybe trade it. But again, these small players here, they are very illiquid, and but that's also why they move, right? Because Victoria here from Lars Frontinen, I don't know who that is, and his cycle spectrum, see below. However, oil will have a major top in 2025. I don't know exactly how this comes about. Maybe if we had a bigger picture, it's like a cycle thing, right? Where you have like half a cycle. So big bottom here now from his, work, and we should see a big peak here in mid 2025. Blake is an account that I have maybe followed for only in quotes like a year, maybe a bit more. Initially, I didn't put much into it. However, the more I see of his, again, this is not a bad thing by any means. Very simple, more or less the same setup every time. Again, not completely, it's just mind-boggling how, you know, one setup, know it to perfection, keep trading it, print money, no bullshit. He's a must-follow guy if you want to implement, you know, again, you have to go check it out yourself. But again, just a really cool guy. Posts a lot of great setups for free. He has a paid channel as well, his Patreon. But again, one time a day, 2 times per day, he posts a setup, and yeah, and he's also letting you know when he's wrong. That's pretty. I like it. See it now. Target of all-time high of supply has been hit. So that is, you know, up here at the triangle high roughly. So he closed half of his long-term comments, and the stop is above break even. So again, just one guy to follow there. I really appreciate him sharing his views. Mary here, the gold chart analysis, you will see it. So again, just pointing out here that you have these, I think you can find this cheat sheet or spreadsheet where you have all the most common setups, formations. Again, just pointing out here how they form and how you can find them on every single time frame on Mary, from Mary there. Pretty cool. Last but not least, one of my good friends here, Burak, bought NEO at 4.54 last week. Me too. We were also all over this one on the Substack, buying that break, and it's rallying today as well. Very clean here. We are still within the overall green downtrend. However, the internal here goes back, you know, 1 year roughly. Was a clean break, and yeah, where can we go from here? Definitely, depending. Again, we could see at the absolute high of this move could be the lower side of the red here. Though we have a lot of resistance up here, roughly 5.5. But again, clean breakout, and again, if you haven't bought it already, there will probably be like a pullback scenario coming at some point in time, depending. And that is your first buy entry after the breakout. So pretty nicely there. Cool. That is all that I have for you for the Twitter updates. And yeah, please like and subscribe, guys, and follow me if you are interested in more. Have a great day, guys. Cheers. Bye.